What's up, guys? Just a update on the XR150. So the main issues that it's had are the vent release on the fuel cap, which Honda replaced through DoXM, and both of the forks were leaking rather badly. They got cleaned up in the last service. I took it to DoXM for a service, just because I didn't feel like, doing the tune-up myself. He cleaned the oil strainer and, put a fresh gasket on it. And yeah, this has been painted black. I just did it with spray paint a while back, heat-proof spray paint. I just like the look of black over silver. And the carb is a PZ27. Now the PZ27 is great because you don't have to use the choke as much for starting it up from cold, and it tends to have a little bit more power, at least in the mid-range. I haven't been able to take it to top speed, but other people have said that it's like slightly better, but not really anything to waste money on if your carbs, if your bike's riding fine. But since the pandemic, there has been one major issue that developed that turned into another issue, and that was from riding it 5 days a week down to 2 days a week, the battery died. And I got a new battery, and suddenly not suddenly, but about 3 weeks later on the new battery, this is just a cheap OD brand battery, but it does the job. But on the new battery, it started chugging. And after taking it for service to DoXM, they couldn't find the problem. Like, they changed the oil, they did all the stuff I said. And I asked the mechanic to test ride it, and I told him, the battery's been replaced because it died. And he had an idea to check the CDI, which is basically a charge controller, and it holds a charge, basically. That's all you need to know. It's got capacitive discharge. I don't know, I can't remember the exact name for CDI, what it stands for, but I know it's to do with charge. And just two and two together, the battery was flat. I was riding it on a pretty low, my previous battery. The stock battery was really low charge, and I was even riding with the light, the lights were off. And that would have worn out the CDI quicker, and the CDIs are expensive. It's like 4,000, 5,000 pesos for a new CDI. And I didn't have that much money. So on a budget, they also did not have replacement CDIs in the whole of Tagbilaran. So I went and got this online, which we're going to test now. And I'm going to show you what the CDI, what happens when you've got a faulty CDI. So this is a Perfect Power aftermarket cheapo CDI. This was 825 pesos delivered. Perfect Power. And I saw some tests on YouTube, but it was testing a working CDI compared to the aftermarket CDI. And I think they were seeing if there was more power or throttle response, but really this is just meant to be a replacement. It's not a racing CDI as far as I can tell. You can tell the circuitry in there. So, yeah, let's start her up. My son's watching. Say hi, Eli.
Hi.
Okay. So we're going to start it up, and you can see basically the motor will just die. You'll hear it chug out, but when you actually try to ride it, that's when it gets really bad. So it's not bad when you first start it up and it's idling. It'll actually idle just fine, but yeah, there you go. That's just gotten worse and worse to the point where it was simply just cutting out at idle, and that was the first symptom of the CDI failing. And then after about 3 days of driving or riding on that CDI, it started cutting out quicker, and then it wouldn't even accelerate. Like, it would just chug out, and you could restart it and drive maybe a few meters, but you could obviously tell that the CDI wasn't doing its job. No, I just had to, yeah, okay, there we go. What you mean? I'll stop this video anyway. So this is the new one here, and the weight is considerably different. This feels really heavy, but I'm not sure. It could just be that they've sealed it. So there's like a stronger, thicker layer of seal. I doubt there would be a massive capacitor or something in there that would make it this heavy. Feels like 200 grams heavier. But anyway, let's just test this. So it's the same plug, and just have to line this up. I think it should just clip in. Like that. And then I can put the boot thing on. Just fits in the stock place. And we'll see if that does the job. Let's see. See if it cuts out. So it's working at least. That's a really good sign, because if it was faulty, it just wouldn't have started at all, and it wouldn't be idling. Okay, you can, a little bit, okay, not much, not lots. Yeah, you can do it a couple times. Okay, so it seems good. I'll just take it for a test drive, and I'll see if I can get the action cam out for this one. Alright guys, so it's later in the day. I was busy with my kids, and now it's overcast, as you can see from the dark clouds. I'm just going to take it for a quick go around the block. With the faulty CDI, I literally would not make it like 20 meters up the road without the engine cutting out, or even idling for that matter, so we'll see what happens. CDI is good. Alright guys, so that's the end of the video. Just to show that the Perfect Power CDI brand is working for the XR150L. If the video helped you out or you enjoyed this type of content, just leave a like and subscribe. And thanks for watching. Cheers. See ya.